Yeah. So they published an article in the Post. You saw that, right? That was a while ago. Yeah, that's what it is. Second. I'll send you the link. All right. Hangout is on the air live. Nobody's on there. Okay, I'm on there, but nobody else. Add people. Okay. What is that? Oh, no, that just reversed my camera. Okay. I've never done this before. Keith usually does all this. I don't know how to add people. Okay, but I have a link. Let me go back out and find a way to copy that link. I know for sure the Rev is going to be here because they were driving around getting parking. And Marcia is on her way, so when they get here, we'll start.
Down here.
420, room 420.
Hey, Susie didn't know anything about it. Did you know her?
Sue, of course.
Yeah, she's on her way to work. She said,
I know. I got several messages telling me what her deal was. And I told her, don't worry about it. We'll take care of the planning part. Just worry about her piece of it, and we'll put it on the thing. Okay, try this. Click the link I just sent you on Facebook. That should join you onto the Google. Marcia, can you try too? I'm going to send you a link on Facebook, and can you try to join the Google Hangout? We'll see who has the best connection to broadcast the meeting. So far, my phone sucks. Okay. Ellen implied that she might come to the meeting, then said she's coming on to the digital instead, and then said she had to go on TV. I don't know if that meant she can't go on digital, so we may not even need this. So far, nobody's logged in, though, but me and... Did you log in?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see me on there?
Okay, where am I logging into?
Okay.
Now that I'm pointing at you.
No, okay. What about... You don't see a second screen with me? I don't see you on there either.
What do I log into?
I sent you a link on Facebook chat.
Okay.
All right, let's see. I'm on. What do you see? Oh, you're still not. Okay, so now we're. I know, right?
Okay, so that's not the one that has.
All right, you got it?
I'm on there.
Can you record the meeting then and broadcast it? You have to mute that mic, which means that members that log in won't be able to give input. Wait a minute. Mute the speaker, keep the mic on. No, we need the speaker to hear other people. Mute the mic, but not the speaker, so I don't repeat. I swear I didn't dab before. Okay. We'll finish talking about. You won't let you mute the mic. There's a microphone right there. Okay.
Can we all get there? Are you going to do it today? You know, what's going on today?
Oh my God.
Okay. Mute the speaker for now. It's probably going to reverb to the people there anyway. Let me go on there and see if I can tell if anybody is even trying to join us on the Google Hangout. Hey, Richard, you made it.
Hey, Rich. Another egg salad sandwich.
Did you get that downstairs?
Yeah.
They have a good deal. Of half a sandwich and a salad and a thing for $6.80. Right. Is that you? You know, that's the best egg salad is the hospital down the street. We used to take care of a guy, and we'd have to go to the hospital twice a week.
I hope you didn't.
So Bob's numbers got kind of pissed because they get like we put on a privacy thing.
What happened?
He didn't get sent.
You hear my voice repeating and it freaking you out? Or it's a podcast.
It's black screen, I guess.
Okay, now I can see you. Yeah, it's broadcasting you. You're the one with the dog.
Still haven't sent you a message.
Okay, you're broadcasting the meeting. That's good. And there's me on there, and you, and normal. Okay. Can you just turn the volume on?
I did.
Hello? Hello? Are you up my ass? Oh, I hope nobody's tuned into this. Okay. Hello? Hello? Oh, great shot of Tim here. Okay, good. That's fine. Is it gonna? So now it shouldn't echo, right? When other people are listening.
Yeah, or a folder that's just falling on his way. Which precursors into the hospital. Stacy's Mark. Mark Aaron.
Somebody say something.
Hello. I'm your Mark along.
Stop broadcasting sound. Turn your mic on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello. Hello. Mic test 1, 2. Okay, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
We're live.
We're live.
Can you
back in up a little bit so you see more people?
All right, I'll watch this. So far, it's nothing but ourselves on here, so we don't even worry. I'm going to mute my
microphone for now.
He's very new.
Okay, I turn my volume all the way.
Okay.
Is there any support we can lend you on the shirt? You got it. Easy.
As far as production or anything like that, no problem. I'll need some money up front. I'm not going to hand them out existence, and so I'll need a deposit up front.
Okay, how much do you think?
Well, I generally get about half whatever the total would be. Now, if you did 20 some odd shirts, and then other people, however we work it out, so you're going to go out and sell shirts or secure orders?
Well, I was hoping to get a hold of Kim today, see if ATA would support 20 shirts. And give them out to their staff and buy like their Lorax shirt, orange Lorax watering weed, and 450 shirt. 450
right?
Are those
right? These are actually a different style. The design, I didn't have any.
The one with the black and the one with the black and the orange.
Like 450.
Like 450 shirt. About 450 shirt. 65 shirts. But I want to get it. I'm going to let him own them. He owns it, so he can sell as many shirts as he wants at his own price. But I want us to order a bulk order to make it wild design. So I'm going to commit to buying 20 shirts out of pocket myself. And then maybe if Kim will be interested, call her. She's home with her baby right now, huh? So what's 450 times 20? I'm going to do a text to Lynette and Kim both at the same time. $100 So we got a lot of stuff to cover. Who here doesn't know Roberta Blasher, what she did. Why don't you give us an update? All right. There's a document online. I'll give everybody access to that wants to just give me your Gmail. It is basically the main strategic document, and this guy, I've been using it as a hub for all the facts and everything else, so everyone can get it when they want. I'm going to go through this with you guys real quick. It's just recently been edited by Ellen Kopp, so there's probably even information here I don't know. So we're going to start from the most recent backwards. Roberta Blashen is supervisor of District 4, which is generally Elk Grove, very conservative district. She's a Republican. And Elk Grove has been part of a bigger war on medical marijuana for quite some time. There was a huge raid, a dispensary that was right on the edge of Elk Grove, that was in the city of Sacramento. Elk Grove has gotten involved in raids in Modesto. So there's this kind of political rivalry, if you will, with medical marijuana and Elk Grove. overall. Okay, she's at the head of it. Item number 78 on the agenda for water use violations. They want to beef up the fines for people doing water violations. The new fine structure includes it's all laid out, and then it ends up being $500 in fines for all these things in Title 3, Section 2, blah, blah, blah. I'll play the video for you.
There's other clauses in there that says 6 months in jail or $1,000.
Right, and there's even worse for repeat offenders. And I have the language now, I'm going to read it.
I read it all.
Right at the end of the discussion, which was posted as a discussion about water, no mention of marijuana. Okay, we got people like Lynette Davies, Richard Miller, watching their website, flagging the word marijuana, and getting us to meetings when they're going to vote on things that affect people's growing rights or rights to use marijuana. This did not show up because it was talking about water. And then right at the very end, Roberta McGlashan says, I'd like to add a friendly amendment. And that is to add marijuana to the idea that cultivating marijuana is a violation of the code. And they say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, she said, we allow people to grow 9 plants inside. If they grow more than that, we want to fine them. And the problem is, we found 1,000 plant grow in my district.
She did say illegal, brother. She did say
illegal, brother. Now, but this is where it gets tricky, okay? So she gets the focus of the council, or of the supervisors, on the indoor growing, on this idea that if you grow more than 9 plants, you're a violator. Doesn't talk about the fact that if you grow 1 plant outdoors, you're a violator, okay? But it's a fact. Okay, the language says prohibited grows, and prohibited grows are any plant number outside and anything over 9 plants inside.
Okay, we knew that.
And then her thing is they waste 60 gallons of water, or 6 gallons of water a day per plant. Big deal. I'm growing 5 plants for my own personal use. 30 gallons of water a day is nothing. I use 3 times that in the shower. They
can't say that.
No, we can't, but we can work on numbers, and we can get
exactly.
exactly
work on indoor uses less, and it's more sustainable because all the water that drips out of the water.
We'll get to that, because I want to write that down. We've got all these different talking points. Okay, so she throws this out there. They all vote yes, because everybody wants to save water. The news reports it. I call that, what's the language? Oh, we don't know yet. It's being released on Wednesday. Well, apparently it got made available today, and Ellen got it. She dumped it in my document, so we'll go over that. But all we had at that point was a video. I go on their site, you cannot find the video. I had to use Google to index their site. Okay, once I did, I found the video, I extracted it, and I put it on YouTube, and I spread it around, and I'm still getting input back from people like Ellen, and now Ellen's up to the own language. Now, this woman, Roberta McGlashan, is responsible for the outright ban that created and she didn't even want 9 plants indoors. She fought for 0 plants indoors. She hates marijuana. She doesn't care if you know it. She hates it. That's her stance. Before that, she tried to sneak a law. She managed to successfully sneak a law in that said anything illegal federally is illegal by county code, and left it wide open. Okay. So the problem we have now, and there's questions that we need to go before them. We need to say this, the way it's written, is not clear. It leaves it open for too much to happen. Hey guys. Hey. You guys. Hi. So it leaves it, okay. So the language is too vague. It leaves it wide open for the sheriff to. And this is what they did with that little writer that didn't even say the word marijuana. It's against the law to grow outside. You could go to jail. Well, it's not against the law, it's against county code. And you're not going to jail, you get threatened with fines. So, it's been an overall misinformation campaign by the county to scare people into thinking growing is illegal, and they have these weak laws on the books. And basically even say to your face, we don't really care about patients growing 6 plants outside. We only have the resources to get more. But you can't get a number out of them. So, they don't care about it, but for some reason they made it illegal. Okay, it's against county code to grow any plants outside. I was just going over what she said. Basically, it was called a friendly amendment to a water code that exists that they're trying to beef up the fine structure on. So I'm just going to go and read about this. Making it a crime punishable by fine up to $500 to use prohibited cannabis cultivation. Listed as item number 78 on the agenda of July 14th meeting. No mention of cannabis was made prior, so our county monitors missed it, myself included. McGlashan suggested the amendment to the Drow Code. No one from our community was present to speak. And Cerna, who's a good Democrat, saw how this was. And though there's no evidence the actual Brown Act was violated, the spirit of the idea that we're supposed to have a dialogue with our county was violated. They know, when they let us know stuff like this is going on the agenda, that we show up, we have input. They even complimented us on our input last time, how organized and professional it was. So you could hear it in Cerna's voice when he's like, we don't have anybody signed up on this, we'll move along. You could hear that he knows that there would be people signed up to speak on this had they done their job. So that's something I'm going to talk about, is the spirit of the Brown Act, or the idea of open information being violated, and they need to do a better job, because it is their job to engage with us. And they roll their eyes, and they get the line goes out the door. They know that their day is going to be long, but it's their damn job. Okay, so it's going
Force them to have another reading.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Because we weren't.
And that's what the meeting tomorrow is going to be about.
We got to pull it for the consent.
So June 14th, this meeting would happen. The final vote is July 28th. Lynette Davies called them and asked if we could get a presentation on it. They said no, but you're welcome to come and speak in the 3-minute intervals that are allowed for public input. So every one of us here, I think, should say something, and we should all know what the other one's saying, so we're not repeating ourselves. Okay, we're working on getting visibly sick people to go and talk about it. We're working on getting growers. I was going to talk to you because you're a grower. I need more growers. I'm talking to Eric Salerno, a few other growers. I want growers out there. And then we need water people. Andy's connected with some water people, and one of the other ideas is to hit them with other friendly amendments. Okay, and this gentleman, Bob Saunders, and I strategized on Saturday. Yeah, he came on Saturday and we talked about it. Other friendly amendments, including fracking, including banning all bottling of water by corporations in the county. These are things they're not going to want to do because they get kickbacks from fracking and from water bottling. I don't know if this is specifically the county. Is the county, unincorporated Sacramento, have sites, aquifers, or whatnot that are being used by Nestle or any other bottling company that you're aware of?
Nestle Bottling Company and FS Bottling Water, which does Offhammer and Stradigizing, are both located in Sacramento.
County or city?
They're both in city property. They've both been, yes, they're both city. And
so, I want to say today maybe that they'll blow this off because they don't have fracking in the county, or they don't have water bottling. But I think we should press the idea that we don't want it ever to come, and we want to codify the law. We want to brown it. Sorry?
Just because it's not being done here in the county doesn't necessarily mean a bad ordinance to have.
Right, or to prevent it, Okay, so that's Roberta McGlashan, Republican Supervisor of Unincorporated District 4, proposed this action, and all the members supported it. So they're all targets. All their emails are up on the web. Everybody needs to receive phone calls. Okay. Today, I've been calling since Thursday. Today, I got a call back from Cerna's office. They have an opening at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow for 30 minutes. So I got me, Ellen Comp, Kim Gargile, Richard Miller, and a patient that's from the district are going to go. We're going to take the meeting. That's all I emailed. If somebody else wants to join in, I can email them and add them on. Basically, we're going to ask him to be our champion to block this on the council and see if we can just end it, nip it in the bud. However, he's a good Democrat. His dad was mayor. We loved him, and he died of cancer and whatnot. But he still hasn't really gelled in this man's life what an asset cannabis can be to you as a politician and as a sick person. So it's going to be a hard sell, and I'm not optimistic that we're going to make any change from this meeting tomorrow. So we're going to, from now until at least after the meeting tomorrow, we're going to go ahead with this plan. Three-pronged approach. Inside, talking to them in their language. Outside, talking to the news and having a peaceful protest. And then we're going to organize an effort to get a candidate to run against Roberta McClatchy in 2016. And that's the long haul. Okay, she's up in 2016. She barely passed with a squeaker over this woman Sams in the 2012 election. That was another Republican. It was Republican versus Republican. If we could get a Democrat in there, we would at least make her have to double the money she has to spend to stay in office. Okay, and even if that's all we do, when they go to mess with us, they'll think of that. Every one of those supervisors will think about that. Okay. Now this effort we're kind of keeping quiet until we can get some momentum, because if it fails, it has the opposite effect. They know we can't do shit, and they'll do whatever they want. So this meeting is to talk about what we're going to talk about in the hall with our 3 minutes, strategize about who else we can get there, big names, and we want to basically have just an all-star lineup ready to go, 9:30 in the morning in the Board of Supervisors chambers at 9:30 in the morning. Okay, here's what was written. No person or persons shall use or cause to be used agency water in a negligent or wasteful manner or in violation with water shortage contingency plan. Or, they're adding, this is the language that's being added from right here, or in violation of Chapter 6.88 of Chapter 6.89 of Sacramento County Code, which is what talks about marijuana, or in state regulation. Okay, now I kind of went over her history, right? Does anybody have questions about Roberta at this point? Okay, and then
Do we know where she lives?
yeah, she lives in Gold River, but I don't have her
Why does she
address.
live in Gold River?
Find
It's
her address.
Gold River's part of
We
it.
can find somebody
Gold
with
River's
this
not part
firm.
of District 4.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
What?
Gold
Good
River's
to
the
know.
place where I live. I
Good to
live in
know.
Rancho Cordova. That Gold River's Rancho Cordova.
All right, here's some things I just threw out, and they've been edited, and this is why we're here, to add to this list and then to commit to speaking and that kind of stuff. The number one question, somebody needs to stand before the council and say, I'm growing 3 plants in my backyard. Right now, I'm aware that if for some reason my neighbors complain, a code enforcement officer may come out or a letter will be sent to my house and I will be given 10 days to comply before getting a $500 fine. If you pass this and the same thing happens, am I going to be paying a $500 fine on day 1 for water waste? Because if so, this basically takes the idea of letting patients come compliant even with really minor plant amounts within 10 days, and it gives them the fine right out. And eventually dollars to donuts. If, when they go to enforce this, it'll now be a letter saying, you are currently violating water, here's your fine, and you're going to get another $500 for 10 days if you don't get rid of those plants.
Well, before you do there, when did they publish this amendment?
Well,
They did it at an open Board of Supervisors meeting. They haven't published it yet, the readings on the 28th. Okay.
right.
So, actually.
It's published tomorrow, I'm told. Wednesday.
Then they are in violation of Brown.
Okay.
Completely.
Okay.
So that's the place to start first off, because that's the legal part, and that's the administrative part that can be dealt with. Because then it has to be thrown off because they violated the Brown Act. And they violated the Brown Act, and what they did is not only did they violate the Brown Act, but they instituted something which is actually in violation of a voted law that's already in place without proper notification of state.
Law being 215?
Yes. So, right there, administratively, they're screwed. Now, the reason why they did it this way is because they didn't think anybody was going to catch it. That's why they did it the way they did, and that's what needs to be
Friendly
pointed out.
amendment at the
We
very
understand, we know exactly why you did this. You did it this way so that it would not be caught, but we caught it.
Can I ask, Reverend, can you be the speaker on the Brown Act and prepare a statement on that? Okay, and then I'll work with you on that too, because I think that's going to be the big argument that will scare the shit out of them.
Yeah, because that's the thing, and get it, and even if they say, well, no, we're not in violation, and even county council comes up and say, well, no, you say, bull. We want a hearing on it.
Yeah, and then, and I think we can get that and then hold it up. And that brings me to the next point, which is if we get a hearing on this, it's going to be holding up a water abatement law, okay? So they may be prone to just pull it out before, or not even have a hearing, because it's politicizing the drought, and they don't want to be appearing to hold it up over their little pet amendments.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing, politicizing the drought regulations. I want estimations from pros of growers, okay, because the number we're being given is 6 gallons per plant. Is that accurate?
Per day?
Per day.
Per day.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's way,
I was like,
way.
So that's high?
Oh, that's
That's
extremely high.
Can I assign you to give me
depends
a
on
better
what
set of
stage
numbers?
they're in.
Well, that brings me to
The
the point.
value-
Aaron, can you get another set of numbers that are backed by an institution?
Mhm.
You can, okay,
Yeah.
get that. We want better numbers than the ones they have. So
But
we're
I
going to
think-
attack them on the numbers that and the fact that they produce no evidence. She says in here, they diverted a creek at this 1,000 plant grow. Okay, but why?
Which wasn't
Prove
able to
it.
grow.
Prove it.
But I think what Richard was trying to say is that different styles of growing require different kinds of water. And
Right.
my point was
Indoor hydroponically, my God, you're not using it.
hardly anything. Yeah, you're not using hardly anything.
Not more than
Right.
cover to it.
See, and we need to talk about that because this is supposed to be focused on indoor.
Remember did you actually go to the
Water.
the
Yep.
water thing that?
That's what I want Hezekiah Allen to come talk about.
Well, it's Kristen. She wrote up a complete thing about.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's based
Kristen.
on soil indoors, it's not based on hydro, and hydro is.
Do you know Kristen
compared-
very well?
No,
I don't either.
I do.
This might be an
Can
opportunity
you
for.
get with Kristen and ask her for whatever she presented to the state for copies of it so we can go over it and use it? Will you do that?
Wasn't
Okay.
the same
You know,
presentation
she's
with the
not
NSA
here
meeting we
anymore.
had?
that's
The
what I'm
lobby
talking
day.
about. That's what I'm
It
talking
was the
about.
same.
Yeah.
It's the
I have that. I
president
think I have that somewhere in my house. If you got.
All right. Anybody who has that, we need to get that. And the time frame again is we got 8 days. So.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
Is singling out a single crop anything that we want to deal with that? I mean,
Okay. The singling. That's the discrimination. That's on the list too.
When you interrupt me, that was the other issue I was talking about.
I wanted to interrupt you. I was.
What was that?
Okay. So.
What's that?
Single
The
crop.
singling out of a single crop, discrimination, unequal application of the law. Who wants to talk about that at the meeting? I actually wrote a letter to E.D. Lerman. She's a lawyer, and I'm hoping she'll draft a letter or even come and talk about it. But I asked her if she saw any violation of the Brown Act, and I asked her about this idea that they're discriminating, they're singling out. And then there's this idea that, there's a lot of plants that we grow for medicine, and they're singling out this one. And then they're lying about how much it takes. We need, then we're going to have a patient, we need somebody to talk about how this violates patients' rights and advance it on. I was going to talk to Don Duncan about that. He is going to come and speak. I'm sure that's going to cover part of it. Richard, what about you? Would you talk a little bit from Helper about the violation of patients' rights?
I was gonna do that, and the fact that the sustainability of growing indoors is much more feasible and less harmful on.
Now, can you get
Because of hydro.
a grower buddy and double your time? One of you talk about the grow aspect, and the other one talk about the patient violation.
What are you gonna talk about, Ron?
Discrimination.
Someone has to talk about the fact that.
Kim says she's talking at the end, and she'll fill in all the
That's
gaps.
usually what I do
Like
too.
what? Talk about what?
Hey!
Why don't you just let Kim and I take up the end, and we'll fill in where what's
Okay.
missed.
All right. Let's move on to the non-pot people.
Or
I'm happy to
Okay.
speak to growing when I speak about the water issue.
Okay.
I mean, I think that
You and
because
Richard,
there's
make sure you
several-
guys
indoor
all the growing stuff you coordinate so we don't repeat.
When you,
Floodways, flood
When you-
drain, I've done hydro, I've done dirt. I've done-
so when you talk about that,
Well, I'll run some numbers. I'm more familiar with outdoors.
this is what I was going to ask. When you talk about this, are you going to address the fact that the marijuana communities have been at the cutting edge?
Oh, yeah.
The things from
We've
like
been-
shed
oh, we've
farming, drip farming, all of these.
We've been conserving water for over 30 years.
This is
It's always
what
been
has to
about
be,
water.
as far as us in the water communities see it, this has to be the point that's driven home.
Absolutely.
Is that you guys have taken the.
Write what you're going to say
We have an
and
education
practice
piece
it.
that
And
they
anything,
need.
if it's over 3 minutes, get somebody else to read the rest of it.
Got it.
Get a little team if you have 2 or 3 people. Now, Andy has been part of Occupy and Crunch Nestle and the fracking, and why I asked him to come in is he's helping me marshal some troops that aren't classically known for being at the marijuana rallies, but are excellent, well-trained ralliers. And so I got AJ Gunn, the black team's helping organize. I've got people coming from Bay Area. I've got people coming from Yuba, trying to get the Yuba people. So people who come, I want it to be not just the same 20 pot people rally. I want to try to get over and above all the new people that have gotten involved. We haven't had a rally in this town in over a year.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually got together with Occupy last summer and asked them, if we have a big issue, will you guys join us in a rally? Oh yeah, they voted unanimously. And here we are a year later, and I'm finally asking them. So it's going to be amazing.
There's no more occupies, so there you go.
Is that what it is? Well, what we got though is we've got Andy. Are you going to talk about what do
the people who actually organize
want to
still
play?
around,
So you want to be inside, outside, or both?
I would just like to talk with whoever's talking about water sustainability.
Right, yeah.
I can help
I see
you.
you on Facebook too. I'm going to friend you when I get home.
Okay,
We have a
cool.
lot of mutual friends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you guys,
and then
should definitely.
Bob Saunders is working on getting somebody from Crunch Nestle to come in and say, why aren't you doing more about other water issues?
Crunch Nestle is Bob and me and Fago.
Yeah,
so I mean,
Well,
Yeah, really.
Bob's probably going to speak himself from that, and then
Okay.
and he's helping me find somebody from the fracking community to come in. Now, this is the other caveat. The 28th is National
I wouldn't
Anti-Fracking
even
Day.
worry, but I wouldn't even worry about the fracking thing because it's not even an issue here.
It just dilutes the.
I just think it's a way to politicize
No,
more.
it's a waste of time, and it makes it contrived. You want to deal with the actual issues that are part of this. Another issue that's in that I can bring up is the religious issue, because we have a lot of brethren, Rastafarian brethren that are in the county, and they grow their own herb, and that's part of our religious
I would
right.
love to have someone come
And,
talk to
yeah,
you.
we're federally exempt from that, all of the marijuana laws, so because of that.
Well, some Rastafarians.
if you speak on that, can you get anyone from that 12,000 plant grow that was just busted from on the Native American land?
I was just talking
What
to
are you-
them.
what are you doing?
I was just talking to them yesterday.
I don't think we want to draw attention to commercial growth.
But so you're going to definitely talk about the Brown Act, and then
That's always
do you have somebody that else can talk about the Rastafari issue? Or do you want me to get someone else on Brown and you do Rastafari? 3 minutes goes by. You don't have to deal.
It could be, either way. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Because I think the religious thing is a huge, huge issue.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to do with the fracking is not have it be part of the theme, is just have one person come up and say, on this anti-fracking day, you're sitting here picking on marijuana over water. I find that ironic. But I don't know if we'll find somebody else. I wasn't really trying to make a huge part of it, just a little dig in
That's
there.
not bad. I mean, I feel like it's, what about the almonds and the
What
avocados?
I'm trying to show is, what I want to show is solidarity with other people who believe in water conservation and demonstrate that they don't believe marijuana is a water conservation issue, and they're speaking against it. I think that has impact.
Because we can definitely talk towards that, because
See, I can
where herb is
see,
grown
like,
in most of
at my house, we spent $9,000 this spring just to turn our front yard
water
into
at all.
all rock.
Like I was telling him, you just have a little
And
tiny
drip
a
system.
hole.
Nothing but drip.
Fan, you set that up, and you go on, you come back.
Went solar,
later,
rental works.
Bob Saunders is going to meet with the Grange, I think tomorrow.
Recycling awards.
Use that water, then go water your vegetables.
We've got a meeting maybe in Saturday, so which around, get everybody there involved.
To more bodies of evidence.
You gotta get that.
And where's this rally gonna be at?
What?
You gotta get
Yeah,
the
okay. So, and that's other part of why I want to get here is I want to just kind of agree on language and theme, and so we can get the event page and the flyer and all that done today, and I'm going to do all that. But just to continue our discussion about what we're going to talk about in the building, because I got to remove my car in a second. Nestle, July 28th, Happiness Day. Okay. Bob Saunders is going to talk about, he's going to talk as the Grange, and he's trying to tomorrow to drum up more Grange interest.
Tonight. I'm talking.
Oh, is it tonight? Okay.
I'm talking tonight.
All right, good. You know Bob, so good. So I'm working on getting Eric Salerno down and some of the YPC people. So everybody at this table, if you have somebody that has something that's pertinent to say in the thing, tell them the date, the time, and the place. Okay, this is a free process. Nobody's trying to control anybody's message. We just want to make sure we get certain things out. That's why we're organizing. You know, I don't. They're going to call us a circus whether we're all in suits and nice and whatever or not. Okay. I'm in contact with the UFCW. So far, I don't think they're going to.
So what time do you want the upfront protesters there? 8:30, 8 o'clock?
9. Planners are going to get there at 8:30. Actual ralliers at 9 for the 9 o'clock rush. Unless you think it should be earlier. Nothing's been settled yet.
Well, if you have people going in at 9:30 and you plan it for 9 o'clock, people will get there at 9:28 for the rally. So you'll have 2 minutes for the rally and then people will go upstairs. So if you plan it at 8, people will be there at 8:30 to 8:45. Gives you some time to get people on the streets and to do a press conference.
We're going to do this. It's going to be multi. All the people from the outside aren't going to come in.
Right.
They're going to stay rallying all the time.
Okay.
I think that was the plan.
Well, where are you going to do the press release?
On the steps.
Okay, you're going to do that in the morning before the.
I was going to do it at noon.
Oh, so you're going to do it after
the break? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because all the speakers will
With all the protesters.
Well, I haven't worked it all out. These are just ideas, and that's kind of why we're here too. To work out the timeline of the actual rally.
Thursday at noon for a press conference.
Tuesday at noon?
No, you want it on the noon. You want it on the noon press. You want to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Press conference. Always first.
All right, let's work on the timeline right now. Because I haven't really. All I have here is on the corner of 8th and I, southeast corner of the building for the 9 a.m. rush. Okay, so let's call the ralliers.
Tonight isn't one. Oh, where's the?
All right, So what time should we all gather there to organize? About 8:30, you think? What's the
Time?
Huh?
We're telling people to be there at 8. We should be there at 8. And come back
No,
at 8:30.
we want to tell people to be there at 8.
Yeah, and they'll be there at 8:30.
Yep.
Okay.
I think Stoner.
The earlier we publicize the time, the more people are going to go, oh, it's too early, I'm just not going. 9:30 a.m. is too early for people to go to try.
It's pretty early in the morning for this group of people, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is early. It's very early.
I think we're ready to play.
So rally, okay, I just don't want to drag a bunch of people there early to just stand around and do nothing. So we're going to make sure we're there with our bullhorns and our signs and everything right there.
It's just something you have to do.
I'll be there at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I got no problem.
But,
And I'm coming from off the
I'm just managing expectations because I've done this for years. And if we have it that early, I've never done it with the Occupy people, so hopefully we'll have a heavy turnout because that's when 9 a.m.
Who's
traffic.
promising the Occupy people? Because there is no Occupy.
Well, what do you? I don't know what to call it.
Okay, there are a whole bunch of just.
We have a whole lot of advocates that we're all grouped together.
Right.
So it's like, the only people that are really doing anything are the people who were the organizers, not like us.
So basically, we'll go in. It's going to probably not even be heard till 2. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to go in. They have between 9:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to actually do and have this meeting. So, and we don't have any control over that. I will find out Wednesday what the agenda is, what number item is. So I think 8 a.m.'s good. I don't think we go any earlier than that.
They do the readings usually first, don't they?
This is, I don't know.
Well, that's
I don't even really understand what they're doing.
That's the important part, because when they do the reading and where they do the public comment.
Right.
Because in actuality, if in fact they aren't going to hear it or aren't going to even come to the subject until 2 o'clock, then you might want to have the rally start later, like at 1:30.
Yeah.
See,
At 1 o'clock. Because if you wait, and then you'll have the rally going on
that's kind of what I was hoping.
during the thing. Otherwise, you're not going to have it. 8 o'clock is way too early. 8 o'clock, when we're talking about for that,
You can get a lot of people to show up at lunchtime.
do it at like 9 o'clock, that's a perfect time to get the press there. And it's something that they're interested in. So they'll come at that time, but you have to be ready at 9 o'clock to do it, because they're only going to give you like 15 minutes. If you're not ready in 15 minutes, they're going to go. If we're ready in 15 minutes, then we'll keep them there for probably 45 minutes or an hour.
So I think what we could do is have all the speakers and stuff that are planning to like talk to the press and all that stuff there around 8:30 to be ready for a 9 a.m. press conference. What we'll call the first tier of the ralliers, the hardcore people that are going to get up early and come help us pass out T-shirts and stuff, can be there to kind of be set dressing for the press conference. And then we plan for this big blowout, scary, number of people in the afternoon, like you said, for the 5 p.m. news cycle. And then we get the news cycle with the press conference and the 5 p.m. News cycle with the actual boots on the ground. Okay, and then
So you're saying the rally would start, say, like 12 noon?
the rally itself, that sounds good to me. I was thinking 12 noon.
Do we have any say when we speak? I mean, because if we can go there and say, hey, we'll speak last, then we can control a little bit better, know when we're going to speak. Or are they just call it as an agenda?
What you do is you go in and fill out a form and you hand it in, and then when they're done, now, this is an agenda item, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be allowed to speak on the item. This is where I know the city council pretty well, but board of supervisors, I find, I haven't been directly involved with them. So this is on the consent calendar, right? And they're doing a reading. Is that that's the right term?
Yes. Okay, so then what'll happen is they'll be taking public comment right after it.
Right.
So
it's not a write-in.
That's why we got the agenda's up now. I should find it right now.
I'll go look for it again. Actually, I don't have it.
It has to be published a week, in minimum a week. 48 hours.
Yeah, she told me it'll be ready Wednesday. I'll keep an eye out for it. And can you start an email sheet for everybody? So I want to put everybody that's in this room's email on one sheet, so I can.
Not the consent calendar.
Okay. So 9 a.m. press conference.
Yeah, so then we can talk after.
Okay. Who wants to speak at the press conference? Raise your hand. All right. Rev, you're speaking. Ron, speaking. Richard, speaking. Now it's a sausage fest. Marcia, you need to speak.
Put Bob for range and all of that stuff.
Marcia can give a statement to the news. Ellen, definitely. And
that way, also, what we should do, if you want to do it that way, and not just have one person talking, but if you want to do it that way, then we can do our first assault at that time to have each of us, like, one person can talk about the ground, have one person can talk about, religious, and one other person talk about the water, and we just kind of hand down the line so that, each one of us say like a few minutes, so-and-so get a main thing, and then say, like, I like to bring on so-and-so who's going to talk about blah, 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 blah. And they come on and they talk about blah, blah, blah. That way you keep them engaged because they're like, whoa, what's coming next? What's coming next?
Right. We'll put it in a half an hour. And what we'll do is we'll just make sure we have some interesting people committed. And then if other interesting people show up, we won't have it closed. But we just don't want to disappoint the press conference by not having specific people to talk. So if you talk, I talk, Richard talk, Marcia talks.
All back.
You talk, then we know for sure we're going to have some good speakers, and then hopefully maybe somebody big will show up. Like, D'Angelo or whoever, and then we'll of course invite them in and Ellen to talk to the press too. We'll keep it kind of an open process. So these people that aren't called Occupy are very organized and are chomping at the bit for semantics. They're gonna make sure the rally stays on message and does what we want. So if we're gonna do a rally at noon, we should march. Is that agreed? And oh, by the way, I have all my witches working on making it rain that day, just to make it ironic.
I have a question about the shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you're going to put the Lorax on the shirt?
Well, there's, I don't know, so can you bring up the design?
Yeah.
I think that can be, it could be a copyright violation.
We're not using the name. He's changed it up enough. We're not using it in any forum that's going to catch.
Okay, all right.
We are aware of that risk. Generally, with activist groups, they just tell you to stop. Okay. But I really don't think we're going to have a problem. It's one little image of the Lorax. It's not going to say the Lorax name. He's watering a plant. We might do one of him in cups. And there's a poem. Okay.
You're talking the Dr. Seuss Lorax?
Yeah. So the shirts are going to be orange because that's a theme for protesting and the Lorax. And I've just, whenever I go to the state and everybody's wearing a brightly colored, exactly the same colored shirt, it just gives you this, wow, these people are organized. It's going to have Roberta McGlasham's name on it. Okay. I expect this to really be a big psyop on Roberta McGlasham. Okay. She has openly and admittedly put herself in the position of being our enemy, and we're going to show her how we handle our enemies. So I got this Lorax hat, and we got the costume we're putting together. This group that does David Andre and Susan Hastings are putting together a little play. Okay, that's going to sit around this poem and others. I'm actually working on a poem because it's like subsection 2. I'm going to write the exact language and make it rhyme. You build it up. So here's a poem as is now that's going to be kind of a center point of hopefully the rally. They'll play this clip on the news. It's going to be printed on the back of the shirt. Basically, I asked ralliers to find rhymes for McGlashan, and there were so many that I came up with this poem, and then everything else. Okay. In the land of Sacramento lives Supervisor McGlashan. Actually, we changed that to Roberta because we don't say the same thing twice. In the land of Sacramento lived Roberta McGlashan. She supervised her district with immense passion. Unfortunately for cannabis, her values were old-fashioned. It was marijuana patients whose rights she was slashing, using code enforcement to do her harassing, with heavy fines so the county could cash in on desperately ill people just seeking compassion.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So that's going to be the attention grabber. It's got her name on it. It's going to be on the back of the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And the Lorax.
We thought about doing the cartoon, but we don't want to go the Kevin Johnson route and muddy the waters. That's sexist or something. So we're just doing this cute little Lorax, watering a weed plant. I think that's going to have appeal to people who want the shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, the poem on the back. And then you get rid of the poem and still sell the shirts. I think people would love it.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I've been sitting at the dispensary.
So that's the theater part of it, okay? And that's going to be fun. I think that could grab the news.
Excuse me, Ron.
That'd be one of our chances to learn.
Okay, and then, we can break it up into chants. Here's the chants that I've written so far from the poem.
Ron,
yeah.
your parking time is
Our parking time is
I gotta go. Okay, let's take a quick 10-minute break. I'm gonna go park. There's Roberta McGlashan, Have the Compassion, Stop Patient Fashion. Roberta McGlashan, Stop Trying to Cash In. I'll be right back.
Brought some shirts. If anybody wants a shirt.
If anybody needs to move their car, whatever, do it now. I think we just have about 20 minutes more to go.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
I carried them in.
They're $8. It's a legalized shirt. I dropped Cali into the word legalized there. If anyone wants one, real quick, what size would you like? I have a 2X.
Sure.
And I may.
I bought one of this one. I don't wear t-shirts much, so.
I've got a 2X.
How much are they?
$8.
Yeah, do you have a small too?
Yeah, I've got a small.
Is that for me?
Are
you serious? Oh
You,
my
you
God.
can have 2 for 15.
What sizes do you have?
I've got a couple of smalls for Ron. And I've got I've got more in the car. This is all I brought in. I've got a large and a medium that's
Can I see the
unclaimed.
size of a medium?
Okay. And then,
Do you want the small?
yeah, I've got a large for
If you
you.
have a small, get another one.
Let's see, yeah, there's,
I'll
this
cut
is
it,
small.
and I'll tie it, and I'll
here.
make it all fancy.
Once you wash it,
I
it's
might
gonna
not have, I
shrink
only have a
too.
$100 bill, so.
Oh, I don't, well, you know what, Guy, I
You got
can
change?
actually break 100 today.
Perfect.
What's that cotton content?
A little
100%?
bit, they're 100% cotton.
100%?
They're not pre-shrunk.
So you got 2 small, so can I have one?
Okay, so you want a total of 3 then?
Yeah,
So I
then I'm gonna
to
need
give
this.
you-
I'm gonna.
And she's gonna get
Okay, so I need to.
Well, I don't know if this shrinks. This might be the right size. Let me. I'm gonna keep my medium.
76 back for you. Yeah. Okay, so.
You're awesome.
Okay, here's 76.
I don't know if I can make my rent this month. I have to go and I'm gonna get evicted.
That
I'm
one,
trying to hold on one more month.
and small, and that's small there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm knowing everything's
Oh,
fine.
speaking of Molly.
Okay,
Tell Molly she
Richard,
needs
too.
to call me because people from Fresno. Where's mine?
Oh, I think
The people from Fresno are what?
He already bought it.
Did you pay for hers?
You got it.
I did 3. I did pay for 3?
You paid for
Okay, I
3.
paid for it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you
All right.
paid.
Thank you.
They were checking on her.
Uh-oh, but I think
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to break your, you know,
Did you all watch it?
No, I don't.
I've got.
Oh, you said you had one.
I didn't have one.
No, I can't break
Okay,
it.
well, just take a picture, I'll take the other picture. Okay?
I get 20.
Oh. See, I didn't.
Did you sign the Kelly decision on here? Like Kelly on here, you said? No.
Oh, it's
Valley, Doggone it.
Valley is probably never legalized.
Okay,
All right, so.
No,
Right shirt.
I can, is it $9? Is that what you said?
$8.
$8. Well, I have that, Rich. I have that, Rich.
I got it, here.
All right.
Well, thank you all. Sure. Okay, thank you very much. All right, see y'all later.
Take care.
All right.
Great.
That's a rad?
Yeah.
You haven't read the rad?
Well, I've seen them around.
There's a small chance they'll catch them and fill the meters, but not risky. It's only 2 hours. Now, if you try to stay there all day, they'll give you.
By refilling the meter.
You refilled my meter.
Okay.
Very kind.
Okay. So I just want to, the main thing I need to do with all you guys here, everything else we can do, you know, individually or over the internet, is lock in our timeline so I can make the event and the flyer. So we like 9 a.m. for the press conference.
Well, we need to find out when we're scheduled on the schedule first before we decide when the press conference is and when
Well, the
the.
press conference has got to be.
No, we got to find it ahead of time. We'll have to do a
Can
press
you look
release.
at the calendar?
Press release will be at 9. They don't start till 9:30,
Okay.
so we won't have to worry about what they're doing at that point.
And then the rally's at noon.
And then the rally, everybody's good with noon?
And this is all next week.
Right.
When you feel like how much it's in calendar, usually.
I don't have internet in this room.
Really gotta get moving on it.
What's the question?
We can see the time the consent calendar.
Can you bring up the Wi-Fi hotspot by chance?
It's at 1:30.
Now,
The
as far as
afternoon
space,
session is always is at 1:30. They have the closed session and open.
and I think a noon rally can bring lunch.
You said around 2 or 2:30, right?
Yeah, they'll definitely let all of them know while they're in.
So
the
here's
building.
what I think would be good from what we talked about, and then you guys let me know what you think. I'll make a Facebook event for a rally, and it's going to just talk about noon. Okay, come at noon. Now the 9 a.m. people, they're going to be planners, so I'm going to actually invite them all behind the scenes officially to help plan and be there early for the rally at noon. So the bulk of the public is going to be noon. We all are going to plan to be there at 9 for the press conference, and that'll be on the press release, 9 a.m. press release. And then the press release will say our rally is at noon if they want to send cameras back, but we'll have some side people try to get some footage. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
So
you probably also want to invite about 20 to 25 supporters to be there at 9 o'clock, so you have
Yes,
Yeah.
a whole group behind you.
Right, that's what I mean, the A team. We have an A team of planners, AJ, us, our friends, and then as far as like, because I'm gonna try to get people busing people. I'm trying to make this whole like, you know, come on down, this is gonna be big. Look at, you know, Sacramento, we're activating. So I've got Tahoe people interested coming down. So noon, that'll be good. All right. And then
What is the date that we're talking about?
What's that?
28th.
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 At noon will be the rally. We're all going to get the, I'll get there probably at 8:30, but we'll all get there early enough to be ready and look good for a press conference at 9. Then we'll go in and sign up. Some of us will be out helping with the rally, and then when it's our time to speak, we'll be using text or whatever we can to communicate, and then those of us staying inside.
Well, I'll need to put shirts this coming weekend then to have it ready.
Now, are we all gonna wear shirts underneath our suits?
I was thinking about wearing a jacket over the orange shirt.
Okay, well, let me do that too. But then at noon, you just take off the jacket.
Now, what I'm gonna do for size, okay, is we need money for a few things. We need money to get a core amount of shirts that we can give away to some of the less fortunate activists who are gonna come, and to entice them to come, get a free shirt, $5. I'm gonna work on Kim, and I'm gonna work with Lynette, and hopefully we get a little money drummed up, we'll have a lot of free shirts. Next weekend, I want to have a sign prepping party.
Next weekend?
Next weekend. What's better for people, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday, because I got the AEMC meeting on Saturday, that I gotta let all these people know about this.
Yeah, and not everybody has to be at this meeting, but I would like, if anybody can, to donate cardboard or whatever product they can to help make the sign. I'm gonna start.
I got a bunch of stuff I can help with.
Cool. All right, so let's plan it for Saturday, my house, okay?
No, you said Sunday.
Or Sunday, yes, Sunday.
Sunday, okay, so we're gonna lock it in.
This Sunday.
Sunday's the sign party. You don't necessarily have to be there, but if you can, come. And if you could send artists, come. What I'm going to do is I'm going to print a bunch of big words on my printer. People can cut them out and glue them on. We can do old style. If you have slogans, email them to me. I'll let people know the slogans.
If you want COBOS to tell me in spirit.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice that.
I got a reflection of
You gotta give me a picture of me. Hold on.
Through Bob.
Okay.
And I already told Bob to talk to him and tell him.
Richard, what did you ask me about?
Hey, Ron,
Okay.
Yeah, I volunteer my house anytime you guys need to use this.
Video or is it?
I don't know if that's video or
Oklahoma for a couple weeks. You know, like 50 years ago. Oh, cool, I like it.
If you guys like to use it, and it's
Available.
we should do a fundraiser. Great. It's a beautiful house, it's great.
Now, AJ mentioned wanting to do the sign party at the garden. So I'm going to get with AJ before we Sunday.
What garden?
He said, I said we could do we could do
No. You're saying you're building doors that are back there. So
well, I said we can have a meeting at my house. So he goes, or one of our gardens. So I'm going to check with AJ first on the where we're going to do the sign party. But it's definitely going to be Sunday noon. Sunday noon sign painting party. Tentatively at my house, possibly at a community garden downtown. And anybody who has an email.
There's gotta be free parking wherever I'm from.
Email us. Everybody here is friends with me on Facebook? Are you there? Are you on Facebook? You are? Are we friends?
I believe so.
Okay. I've never seen you not post very much?
No. I post on a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
It might be.
I think I'm friends with his wife.
Yeah, you are too. You're
She's talking to us.
Yeah. Hello to me.
All right.
My ex-wife.
Oh, it's sorry. Yes.
Still my partner.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, Doc Fry and Sue are working on getting you some more patients to come speak. Actually, Sue doesn't know it yet. I got to call her. But I think she'd be a good candidate to help with that. You can talk to her.
She said she had some ideas for this, but I haven't understand.
Her ideas involve talking about medicinal herbs and discrimination. I told her to go with it, and I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll hurt. So I'll make the flyer tonight. I'm going to use your graphic, okay, and I'm going to do a grayscale color, meaning it won't be color, but it'll have shades of gray for the flyer, and then there'll be a color version for the treen. The treen is where we could get in trouble. The technical meme.
A tream?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
All right. You know what a meme is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a simple statement to reflect a
A meme is an idea. That's it. A digital meme is what you're talking about. It's called a treen. Okay, so online, there's those little boxes with the ideas. That's a treen. It's a meme digitized.
Okay.
Memes, everything from a handshake to the fact that you use a tissue is a meme, because it's program behavior that we learn from each other, and that's what memes are, but they're digital memes. I learned all about this from History Channel. So we're going to do streams, and we're going to do stuff like this, making her look scary. I'm going to do graphics today, and then on the flyer, I think we'll do something to Lorax, and then, you know, I don't think there's a poem on there. It's going to be a handbill, and I'm paying for that. I just got a brand new ink cartridge donated to me from our toner cartridge donated from NCLR, so I could print it.
Well, you need one of my orange buckets that says donations on it. Bring it to the rally, you'll get $200, and all that stuff will be reimbursed.
Okay.
So we take to the rally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do too with the shirts. So does anybody want to pre-order shirts from him? Here.
How much are the shirts going to be?
About $5. And I'll need to order on Thursday. They'll arrive Friday, and then print Saturday is probably what I'll do. I might be able to come to your sign thing. I can make little signs for sure.
You want to just make a list?
I'll have to wait until I have money next week. Or later this week.
So,
can I give
yeah, I can get you, well, no, not for this one,
Okay,
that's true.
sure.
I'm going with a less expensive shirt to keep the cost down, so, yeah.
So probably just a medium for me and then just a variety for other people.
It's slow.
How much is this one?
These are 8 because they're tie-dye. And,
So, Rich, what size shirt?
Just for that one.
okay.
And then
Large?
go ahead and do me 4. I'm going to just order 4 ahead, so you can put that towards
Okay, so
the cost of making them.
I wanted
4 breaks down.
to, Rich, you want a large?
I got a picture.
Andy, you want?
I'm good. Got my own. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
all right, okay. So I want,
On my email.
just make 2 larges and 2 mediums, I guess.
Okay, and.
And what, you want to put my name, so.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yes,
And
that's.
Andy, one medium?
And I have seen you on the TV talking about the water, and before I ever went to that page, I remember you. And so Andy wanted, I'm sorry, one
Did anybody else join our, want to pitch? Did anybody else try to talk?
And Ron, for your 20, what's
Too large. And too small. Okay. And I'll probably get more later when I get paid from the lawyer.
okay.
But this will be more money to start getting this, whatever you need.
2XL.
2XL.
Jason.
XL for Jason.
And remember, you guys can buy these shirts and resell them for upwards of $10. It's this freaking t-shirt. Some people sell their damn t-shirts for $20.
The Rolling Stones, they sell them for $120.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't have it.
And,
What's your Facebook name? Which one?
That way you got money.
I'm sorry?
That way you got money.
Yeah.
Maybe we should actually come up with our own name for the Lorax, so they know we're spoofing and not showing the Lorax way of doing weed.
No, because we want them to think it's the Lorax, even when we're showing it's not.
We could have a Grolax. Yeah. How about the Grolax?
Hey, don't forget on the events to make sure that you invite, so that all of us can invite people.
That invite should be totally public.
Okay, yeah, I can totally.
I've done it one and then private one time, and still here.
But that was just
Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Does everybody have my phone number?
No.
I
My phone number is 916-247-8118.
Text to me.
Yeah, really.
I'm still unlocking my phone.
Number right now. Everybody text me your number.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm gonna make the flyer, and I'm gonna make a grayscale 4-up, and I'm gonna print a bunch, and I'll email you guys all the copies.
What is it now?
247-8118.
I do have you.
I want to make a little statement.
Oh, Google.
That I also made in my last primary.
Google gave me your number.
We need to do more cross-pollination with the Democrats in this town. In October, there's going to be a joint Democratic club picnic, barbecue, potluck thing, and I'm going to really want a lot of cannabis community folks to come.
I think that's a great idea, and I
We
think
need
we
to
should
find
try
somebody to
to.
run against Roberta McGlashan, and your Democrats are going to be the only group that can mobilize.
And I've got a meeting with Stonewall Democrats. What? INS. I have a meeting with Stonewall Democrats because they don't like Roberta either, and I'm going to find out why. And maybe some other people are better at this than me. I'm trying to find out who her enemies are. How do we do that? Well, I found out, her opponent's name was, I have it written down, Julie Sam. Maybe her donors. People who donated to her. How do we find out this kind of stuff?
Sam is Republican.
I know.
So, I'm just saying.
No, but I'm not saying reach out to her.
Democrats are the
Let's
ones
find
that
out
walk
who
the
was against
precincts,
Roberta.
get ban the phone, the phone banks.
Right.
And,
Do the Democrats have a candidate for District 4 next season?
Not that I know of. In fact, they've been looking for years for a replacement for her and for Susan Peters. So, we would love to find somebody who's willing to run and willing to get dirty because.
Does anybody have? Well, I'm 100% on board, and I plan on working with that group we started working with that wants to do more in the county, that wants to take seats in the county, and hopefully somebody from there will rise up, and we can do a grassroots effort. I mean,
a lot of those people that you talked with, though, are mostly from the outskirts.
Yeah, you need somebody
They're not from the outskirts of Grove.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one I know it's that way that's having issues with her and can't stand her is Jeff Patterson. I don't think he's running for office.
Well, he doesn't have a big political influence.